In the beginning, there was radio.
The radio is one of the outstanding developments of the 20th century.
A radio transmitter was used for large-scale public entertainment.
Then came computers.
You gotta keep up with the times, you know.
Imprints of man's never-ending path of progress.
Back in my day, we didn't have no fancy computer boxes to use.
Shall we play a game?
The internet tied it all together.
The internet gave us a whole world of exciting new possibilities.
A bright new era dawning. A new dimension in communications.
It is possible to establish communication instantaneously from any place at any time.
And now it's the 21st century, and we've made it all toxic.
Hold on to your hats.
Okay, we're ready to roll.
This is Toxic Radio. Don't play it safe. Play it toxic.
That's what I'm talking about.
Once every generation, there comes an event that alters how we perceive our world. That changes our expectations of what is possible. This is not really one of those events. But hey, Toxic Radio has a brand new studio, and that fucking rocks. So join us in celebrating our excellent new home. Toxic Radio. Awesomer than ever before. What? That is so a word. Hey guys, dating life gone pretty shitty?
I find you so creepy, I think you should have to walk around with a bell around your neck.
Finding yourself getting a little desperate for some female companionship?
Alexa, tell me you love me.
Hell no. You disgust me.
What you need is to upgrade your style right now. The Toxic Store's got exactly what you need. Pick up some stylish gear featuring Deviant Gamer, Toxic Radio, and the Heavy Metal Happy Hour.
Oh, yeah!
You can find the store through the Toxic Radio app or toxicradio.net. Get in the game.
Do I make you horny, baby?
Get yourself a little love.
That guy's getting boobies.
Yeah, he is.
Toxic Radio and the Toxic Store. Don't buy it safe. Buy it toxic.
Hi, this is Deep Roy on Toxic Radio. Don't play radio, listen Toxic Radio.
Robert Englund here, a.k.a. Freddy Krueger, and you're listening to Toxic Radio. Check it out or die slow.
Hey, this is Kel Mitchell, and you're listening to Toxic Radio. Uh-oh, it's getting toxic.
Hi, it's Steve Morrison from the President Steve Show, and you're listening to Toxic Radio. Get infected like you would with a cheap hooker.
Yo, you want to talk about this, but you gon' come like that? Oh, no, yo, don't. Yo, I heard you try to diss, man. You trying to rap? Oh, no, yo, don't. Homie, I'm just saying, you should chill like, oh, no, yo, don't. And no, I'm not hating, I keep it real, right?
Hello, funky contradictioners. Everybody there in computer land and Facebook world and, oh, you got to turn your volume down, brother. It's all good. I do it all the time. But hey.
He really does.
So you're amongst good company. And it's another week of Funky Contradiction. So we want everybody in the chat room to share with a friend. I know y'all think I'm going to be late, so y'all be coming in soon. But when y'all do come in, I should put a sign on the door to say, don't forget to share. But Laura will find y'all, and she'll make sure you guys share.
That's right.
Let me introduce you to Laura. A little bit of Laura in the building. She is headline description. It's all good. We working all this stuff out. I like that. Headline description. We got.
Hi.
And, of course, Toxic Mike in the background, who always keeps us held down and, keep the mothership running correctly.
I'm trying, brother. We're always upgrading. We're always changing stuff around in here.
You gotta stop buying stuff.
My trigger, I can't, man.
So
Amazon
much
is just
stuff.
so freaking easy to buy stuff from. I mean, I have an idea. I think about it. Boom, it's ordered. I mean,
it's ordered. Trust me.
How can I not make that happen?
This is the 100th year anniversary of Tulsa. I don't want to bring nobody down, but we're going to honor Black Wall Street and the burning of Black Wall Street in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I'm going to be Black History all week in long. I just ordered a new movie. Speaking of ordering, making it easy, there's a movie came out by Tariq Nasheed, who does the Hidden Colors series called Buck Breaking.
What does that mean?
Oh man, it's about how they used to do us back in the day.
I can't watch that kind of stuff anymore.
Yeah, so Tuesday, y'all white folks might want to leave me alone a little bit. CNN got the special on tonight on the Wall Street, American History, Wall Street. Then I'm watching Buck Breaking all yet to
Mike, that means your card. It doesn't exist.
No, your card.
I believe I still have it for a little bit.
Keep it in your wallet until next week.
He doesn't have a card.
Well, I guess today.
I've been told by multiple people I have a card.
I said you don't.
Okay.
I think you do. I mean, sometimes, because you do act real white sometimes.
How does one act real white?
I don't know. Mike just sometimes there's no mistaking what color he is. Like some people you could be like, oh, they got a little hip in them. Like my guest today is hip hop for sure. Like if I know this man for a long time, over 10 years. Way over 10 years. Rob Schwartz has been a name in the hip hop world and the music business that I'm a part of for a long time. It's like we crossed paths. We've been to music conferences together. I think we've just his name is always in the table, and he's hip. Mike could get some hip lessons from Rob Schwartz.
Probably.
Is that what he's here for?
Just so you can have a walking example. So when you do use your card,
I don't need hip. I'm punk rock and heavy metal.
That is not hip hop.
Right. That's why I don't need to have any of that.
That's why you don't need a card.
You could just put your card on the table.
The only bit of rap I am is Tech Nine and Insane Clown Posse. So
that's correct.
And Hobson.
Just use your card when you're around me. Other than that, keep your card to yourself.
All right.
Put it in your other back pocket. Today's guest is an incredible, I would say, entrepreneur. I would say entrepreneur.
I would say so.
Yeah, definitely entrepreneur. I mean, in this business of music is not for the weak at heart. So, ladies and gentlemen, a strong man in my life because he is also my distributor, and we are doing extremely well. I would like to say what's up to my man, Rob Schwartz in the building.
What's the deal? Rob Schwartz in the place to be. What's going on, man?
See, you got to talk hip like that, Mike.
Don't ever do that,
I will try. Wait a second.
No, please don't.
Oh.
Please don't.
I was saying, oh, man, I was going to pay for that one. I'll pay $5 to see that one. Yeah. But no, Mike, Rob is hip, man. Rob is Who Mag? I keep one. I got to get into that too. No, reason why I get confused because I always want to just say Who Mag Magazine.
Nah, it's never Who Mag
I
Magazine.
always wanted. It's just first thing popping in my mind. Who Mag Magazine, but it is Who Mag Distribution.
It's Who Mag Multimedia.
Multimedia.
And under Multimedia, we have Who Mag TV.
Mm-hmm.
The Who Mag Multimedia TV Network.
Yeah.
Who Mag Distribution. iFame TV.
There you go.
Video Vision TV.
Talk to me.
And DMTV.
Yes.
And Shaytown Films.
Damn.
So Who Mag Multimedia is the hub. Everything revolves around the hub.
So what I'm a part of is just one part of the hub.
Yeah, we don't want you on the rest. We just got you on one for now.
I told Rob. I said,
you gotta
Rob,
keep him in his box.
I said, Rob, I'm a personality, man. We can't keep me in one box for too long. Eventually, you're gonna have to slide me over to them iFames and what'd you call it?
We did that. We got you on iFame, Who Mag, and
yeah, but that's the video part. I need to get the bus out of the box and be like, hey. Hello. No, but I'm glad you're here because what I've done with my thing is move from. I've been to 2 DSPs. Is that what we call them? Digital service.
DSPs are like the Spotify titles.
But what are the CD babies? The distributors.
Yeah.
Okay, I've been through a couple of distributors. The one I hate with a passion is TuneCore.
Really? Worse than Distro Boy?
Oh my god. Well, Distro Boy to me is a toy.
Yeah, I know. People don't realize.
I mean, that's like baby records.
Yeah.
No offense.
That's the Fisher Price.
No offense to anybody that has DistroKid.
Distro Boy.
Boy, whatever. He got the good names, so you can tell they like putting them in their place. But to me, that's a starter kit. Like if I just started making records and I don't really have no idea how to put it out, and I think it's better than Bandcamp.
Oh yeah, it's better than Bandcamp.
And somebody, I ain't gonna get
Bandcamp's not a real like distributor.
That's where you put your that's SoundCloud.
That's like SoundCloud.
Come listen to my stuff for free.
Yep. Yeah.
And download it, and you pay me what you want to pay me.
Yep.
No. Anyway, DistroKid does put you into the arena of.
Well, if like you're hungry, you can always go to McDonald's.
Right, but
you'll still be full,
and you'll never get that taste of what a steak tastes like.
Nah.
The TuneCore thing is whew, I had a record, album through Flexatone, me and Dave Ivory on TuneCore. Mm-hmm. That's who he had a little, I guess, a deal with him. They talked him into signing up. Mm-hmm. But then, if you don't pay your $60 a year, your stuff goes gone. So I got an album out there that's just disappeared. that's you would never know existed.
Yeah.
And it was it was a great album too, which I want to talk to you about. Shooting that over to what's the name and putting it out proper. I like CD Baby. You get what you pay for.
Out of all of them, I like CD Baby the best. And I'm gonna tell you why. Right. DistroKid is ran by a guy who does an e-commerce. He's an e-commerce guy. Oh. CD Baby's by musicians. So if I was going to go that route to the least of the least, I would choose CD Baby over everybody because at least they're musicians. And if I'm an artist, they understand me better than someone who does e-commerce.
Right. I didn't understand, personally, I didn't know they were ran by musicians, but I just like the way, so I guess it makes sense because they really do cater to the musician.
Yeah.
Like they cater to the knowledge, the info that they give.
I have friends at CD Baby. I have no problem with CD Baby.
Yeah, I was cool
Again,
with them.
It's like, it's like stepping up at Chick-fil-A over McDonald's. It's still fast food, but it's better
it's
fast food.
a little better, a little healthier.
But you're still not
I
getting.
don't know about healthy, but it tastes
better. Still not getting that.
Nah, but you're not getting
meat
that. You're not getting that real restaurant stuff. You know what I mean?
So anyway,
Chick-fil-A.
I've heard about Rob when we was Queen of the Wild, I guess about 2015, and I was like, I don't think I'm ready. It was me. I should have did it, but I was just like, we put Whitney out there as the guinea pig.
Yeah,
I think she did. It's all good.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's all. So I was like, well, if it work out for you,
yeah,
I'll come. I'll come with mine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was just the fact that you offered so much. I was like, I don't think I'm ready. I'm like I'm just like, I don't think I'm S&E Records for the first time. I'm not gonna get with Rob and make a fool out of myself. I mean, just because you had the TV, the this, and that, I was like, man, I'm not ready for that. I'm just not. I just wanted to take baby steps.
Yeah.
So I figured I'm not going to McDonald's. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go to CD Baby, and we did it. Mm-hmm. And we did a couple records with them. We did our thing. Mm-hmm. But now that I'm a man now. I said, I'm ready for Rob. And we came with a beautiful meeting, and it was like, this is what I'm talking about. I like everything you're saying. And the fact that the main thing that sold me, anytime I pick up the phone, anytime I text him, he called me right back. And not just call me back to appease me, but he called me right back to give me the solution to whatever problem I'm having. Literally, I'll be scared that you think I'm the dumbest rapper on the planet because I'll be like, Rob, how do you tie your shoelace? Is it left over right or is it right over left?
Yeah, that sounds like Supreme.
If it has something to do with a computer, you're going to get that type of question from me.
Yeah.
Because we talking about claiming the Spotify now.
For artists.
And I'm like,
you're like, damn, Rob.
Damn, Rob.
You got to log in?
You got to log into something? Like, I thought that's what you was for. So, I mean, these guys is asking me these questions, and I know the only person I can come to get the answer to is you.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that phone call.
No
anytime. I mean, even loading this stuff up, it's. I mean, we're gonna learn how to do it the right way. We're gonna do the work one day. No, or we're gonna have to pay you. But definitely, I like the phone call and the personal attention that you give. I won't say each and every artist because you have a lot of artists. How many artists do you have under Who Mag distribution?
How many artists? When we have over at this point, I want to say we have over 1,000 releases, but I think now we're about 1,200 releases.
And that's from beginning to now?
That's from, we started 2010, so it's been 11 years. Wow. So, but that's releases, that's not artists.
Right.
Now, some artists have a couple of releases.
Right. And some artists have labels that they have
and we have
artists under
labels
them.
signed to us that may have like 20, 30 artists too. So it's not like I know
we got 30.
I'm talking to 1,000 people all the time, but I'm talking to a lot of people. My phone, you can ask my daughter over here, my phone rings all day long.
Nah, I mean, I see you in the office. You be like, yeah, I just got in 11 o'clock. Now it's 1 o'clock at night. So
sometimes I get home 2, 3 in the morning because even when I'm done with the meetings, I take my meetings like maybe twice a week. I'm in the office for meetings. And even when I'm done, I'm like, let me get these phone calls done. Let me get the emails done now before I get home. And when I go home, I'm up all night working anyway. But I love what I do, and I don't mind it. I worked in finance for 10 years. I worked on Wall Street.
I was about to ask you.
I
Like,
make
let's
good
go.
money.
Let's go to the beginning of what would make someone with a pretty good job, real good job, and you're educated. Because I know you say you go to college, went to college, and to go to the jungle of the music business, because it's dog eat dog up in there, cutthroat. Sometimes a lot of malpractice businesses going. You know what I'm saying? It's bad. Yo, it's a saying that. Oh my God, I wish I could remember the saying by S. Hunter Thompson. You ever see that? It was like, you're gonna pass whores and thieves and crooks and this, and then there's the music business or something like that. Like, you can go through the darkest alleys of the world, the depths of hell, and it's still compared to what the music business is. So I was saying, what from the beginning, what made you really?
So I did it opposite. I was in the jungle first. So when I graduated college, I started off at Polygram Records.
Okay,
and that was a long
so you got
time
a taste
ago.
of the jungle.
I put out Jay-Z's first record in my lifetime. Jay with a Damager. Dougie Fresh, Blase, Beanie Man, a bunch of big records back in the day. And what happened was, then I started my own label with some friends and with a Philly rapper named Jewel T.
Oh, yeah.
If you remember Jewel T, right?
From
Crossfade.
North Philly.
Yeah, yep. And from there, just trying to figure my way in the music business, I ended up going out to the West Coast. I was a friend of ours from a group called As Yet, which was a big R&B group. Daryl was friends. He had the same manager as my boy Mike Clark.
Last night.
Yep.
I really comfort
I didn't ask you to sing, but
I'm just saying, just let you know I know my history.
Okay. Nah, but I got to go to the West Coast to work with Babyface and his team of songwriters.
Yeah, he wrote their album, right? Well, it was some songs for them.
Yeah. Well,
okay.
Yeah. So I ended up going to the West Coast, and it was. I mean, there was two sides of it. I mean, one side was, I got to hang out, meet so many people like Nelson Mandela, Jermaine Jackson, like some of the biggest people in the world I got to meet and hang out with. But on the flip side, I wasn't making any money out there. It was really a tough struggle.
Right.
And it was so tough that I actually gave up. And that's one of my fraternity brothers, my friend Tommy, hit me up and he's like, hey, man, you're having a tough time? I got you. Come back home to East Coast. I'll get you a job at my company. And he worked on Wall Street. So the whole Wall Street thing was because I couldn't make it in the music industry at first.
Right.
So I fell into Wall Street, suit and tie, and I'm like, all right, my brother, one brother's attorney, my other one's a professor in music. So I'm like, all right, now I guess I'm a finance guy. My mom's happy. All right, cool. So I got the suit and tie, gave up music. I'm done. I'm done with music. That's it. I'm done. Word. And it took about 3 months. And I'll tell you, 'cause this was February, there was something called South Street Seaport down in Philly. In New York on the waterfront. So the South Street Seaport, there was a pop-up concert, and it was the Alcoholics. Right. Not Alcoholics, I'm sorry. Beatnuts.
Okay.
And the Beatnuts was one of my favorite groups at that time. Yep. So I saw it. I'm like, God, it's one of my favorite groups. I'm watching them, giving a free concert outside. I looked to my left, and it was my old boss, Mitch, over from Polygram.
Right.
And he put that show on. And he didn't see me at first. I just saw the look on his face. I'm like, man, I missed this. So I went to the club that night, Sequoias, me and my friend Rolando. And then we got home, I'm like, I got to reattack this, but differently. Right. I always wanted to be a songwriter. Right. The whole time I've been a songwriter.
Okay.
Didn't work. So I decided I'm going to start a website. So 2001, I started whomag.net. And I had a day job with good money. So it's not like I did it for the money. I did it because I loved it. And what happened was, it was crazy because we had this one guy that was a mentor, started mentoring me, and he interviewed Randy Jackson from American Idol during season 2.
Right.
It was the biggest show in the world.
Oh, yeah.
So the internet was still brand new. It's just like, this is like 2001? Yeah, 2001. And I told him, I said, hey, man, can I use that interview for Randy Jackson? He's like, no, I sold it. I was like, yeah, but you sell the internet rights. He's like, what's that? I'm like, oh, it's something all different. I was like, no, I have no idea. I don't think I did. I was like, I'll buy it off you. He's like, all right, give me $100. I gave him $100, and I bought this Randy Jackson interview, and it launched my website in 2001. It became the biggest website at that time, just off of that one interview, because no one could get Randy Jackson. Wow. So that got me into all the major labels, because they saw I had Randy Jackson. So now, while I'm still at the day job, all the labels are hitting me up, because they wanted people interviewed on my website.
They wanted to get interviewed.
And then the thing was, too, is we had started doing video interviews. I had a guy with a video camera.
Right.
And back in 2001, cameras were expensive. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I had this guy that was just down. So we just filmed all these interviews. So not only did we have our competition was like Rolling Stones. Like there wasn't a lot of like hip hop sites out. But not even that. We had original video content. And this is before YouTube. Right. So we were hosted on our own. It was our own video interviews on our own site, hosted on our network. Right. And that got so big that what happened was, it was 2005. I had an investor come to me. And the investor was like, yo, I want to put money behind you guys. Can you put something together? So I did was I put a DVD together of all these clips that we did, just as a presentation with the business plan to show, because I was planning to launch an actual magazine. Right. So the funding was supposed to go towards the magazine. So I put this DVD together, and the guy just disappeared. Wow. Like it happens when you go to investors. So I was like, man. So my camera guy's like, yo, this is a pretty good DVD, man. And I'm like, I know nothing about distribution.
Let's print this thing up.
Like, when it comes to with this, so I actually went. It was crazy because it was like a week later. I went to Barnes and Noble. I used to go there and just read all the billboards. I had no money. I couldn't buy them. I would just go there and read the billboard magazines. Right. And on the bottom shelf was this book. It's a directory of all these addresses of all these different places, and it had like 3 or 4 pages of DVD distribution. So I bought the book. It was like $30. Went home, went to disc makers, right. CDB, and I got like 1,000 DVDs made up, and I mailed about 700 of them out to all these different places.
Was that a struggle at the time because you weren't?
I still did the day job. I'm still doing what I had to do, and just got married, so it was kind of money. The money was good. Actually, that time I left Wall Street and I was at Merrill Lynch, and Merrill Lynch had to take a pay cut,
right?
But it was still good. But with everything that was going on, so then from there, and plus I had to pay the DVDs myself. I had to ship them all myself all over the place. I had no idea what I'm doing.
Right.
So of all the DVDs I mailed out, I got 2 responses. One was a company called Empire Distribution. One was MVD out of Pennsylvania, by here. MVD got us into Tower in a few places, but Empire got us into the first hip hop DVD ever in Netflix, Blockbuster, Walmart, and Target. And it went overseas and became huge overseas. So this DVD got so big in 2005. I'm still at the day job. I'm still at Merrill Lynch. So then I was doing this part 2, a follow-up, and the station in Europe reached out to me and said, hey, your DVD is so big out here. Can you make this to a TV show? And this is 2007.
Where, do you mind if I ask where in Europe?
I was on Sky TV. Sky TV is like our Comcast, but it was a big channel called, what was that channel called?
Like what country?
It was all over Europe.
Just everywhere?
Sky's all over.
Like the UK?
Yeah, it's all over. It's all over. Sky TV is like their main thing out there, so it was everywhere.
Okay.
I forget the name. Cool TV was the channel. And then there was a Cool TV in the US. This is a different Cool TV. It's a Cool TV in Europe at that time.
Gotcha.
So he's like, yeah. He's like, can you make it a TV show? I'm like, I guess. So I went home and I told my camera guy, I was like, yo, I got great news, man. We got asked to make this to a TV show. He goes, oh, man, I got some bad news. Wow. I'm moving to Vegas in 2 days to shoot porn. I'm just like, yo, it's like
that is where that happens.
And I'm just like, I'm like, oh my god! I was like,
you had to find a new camera guy.
I directed, filmed, he filmed and edited. I directed and produced.
Right.
Now, I didn't even know what a director producer was. I was just out there putting interviews together, doing it. He just filmed it, and I sat with him all the time and told him what to do while I edited. So I said, listen, man, come over to my house and install. Because I was good with from working with Babyface and everyone else. I was good with like Logic and different audio programs, and I used to watch them on Final Cut 3 at that time, all the time.
Right.
So I said, listen, just come in my house, install Final Cut. I'll learn how to do it. He's like, there's no way you'll learn. This is still pre-YouTube. So there's no like documentaries out there. So I found Final Cut for Dummies. There was a book, Final Cut for Dummies, and I taught myself how to edit, put the show out in 2007, and became huge. And then 2009.
Now what kind of show was this? Like a
Hip-hop
Yo
show.
MTV Raps, that kind of thing?
All interviews. Interviewed the biggest names in hip hop.
Just all
and
interviews.
R&B.
Okay.
Yeah, everyone. Pitbull, Robin Thicke. I don't know. George Clinton. I don't know.
Did you have to go out to these people, or when they came here?
Both.
Okay.
Both. I went to New York. The Pitbull was in New York, so I went to New York.
Not too bad. That's
Some
not
came
too
to
bad.
Philly.
Yeah.
And I have a guy named Will Hernandez who works with me. He's in Miami.
Right.
So we had a Miami team as well.
Okay, good.
Yeah, but then 2009, we got picked up by our first national U.S. network. It was called Colors, and that's when I decided I'm done with finance. And I decided to take that jump. She was just born.
Mm-hmm.
And I was miserable at the job. I had like 70 bosses above me. You know, in Merrill Lynch, they kept passing over raises. I kept getting promoted with no raises. And I was a supervisor of 6 people, and some of them were about to retire.
Right.
But they were in my position 20 years ago. So now I'm like, is that
You weren't
me
seeing any growth.
working, having some young guy come in, tell me what to do,
Looking
and
at
be
your future.
miserable? And I'm like, that's not going to be me, man. So I just took that jump.
So when you jumped, was the money good, or
It was at that time. It was equal what I was making in Merrill Lynch almost at that point, because I got it because the TV show was doing well.
Right.
But
good.
but then it disappeared. So I had to restructure. So I started doing music videos. And in this area in 2010, 2011, I was one of the most sought after music video guys. So everyone was coming to me for music videos.
That's because you all had all those connections from doing the interviews. That's great.
But it was more independent videos. But the thing was, like, my eye was different. Like I'm storyboard things, and I started working with movies too.
Right.
So when I did these music videos, there's to this day, there's nothing like my music videos I did 10, 12 years ago, because I'm big on locations. I'm big on storyboarding. You would never see the same location twice.
Okay.
It's all different, and it builds up to certain things. So I had a name for that, and I was getting hired to do movies because of that too, and got really big. And what happened was in 2012, I launched my TV network, iFame TV.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why I launched my TV network was because Colors, one day, just went off the air. No one knew what happened. It just one day it was off the air. And that was my big national network.
Right.
And I had a bunch of other networks airing my shows too, and they kept switching my times up. They were shutting down.
That's
and
frustrating.
I was like, you know what? I need to be in control of my own content, because if I'm charging, like, people that be doing, I have all these big names that may charge one independent artist, but I can't do that and not have the consistency.
Right.
So after Colors went off, I was trying to figure out how much it would cost to have my own dish network, and it was like about $150,000 a month, which I don't have, So I'm like, what am I gonna do? And I came across this thing called Roku. Now, in 2012, no one knew what Roku was.
Right.
I'm looking at this like, I can do all of my own stuff on here. So I met this guy, developer, and we launched the first hip-hop network on Roku. And that was 2012. And what happened was, no one knew what Roku was. It was like, if you go to Best Buy, it was like hidden like in the bottom shelf somewhere, and that was it.
Yeah.
So what I had to do was I actually, we'll go to Philly, go to the events, film people. Hey, how I see it? Oh, you have to go channel. It's on iFame TV. Oh, cool, how I watch it? Roku. So now I have to explain not just what iFame is, but Roku is also.
You're like a Roku salesman.
And everybody was buying Roku in Philly because of my network.
Right.
So then, of course, everyone else tried to figure out how to launch their own channels. Came and went. But we've been doing it now for 9 years. Now we have 3 networks: iFame, Humeg Multimedia, and Video Vision. And it's Apple, Roku, Google Play, Fire Stick, our website, and our cell phone app.
Okay.
See, that's
and it's a subscription service?
It's free.
It's all free?
Download it. You download this free cell phone app. I don't charge anyone for anything.
Okay.
Everything.
That's where we messed up at Urban Expression.
Yeah.
When we were Urban Expression, the biggest thing on the streets, biggest thing on television.
Yep, it was.
Hip hop, but we didn't make that transition to the internet or the Roku or so that's where because I always say YouTube killed us, but listening to your story, I think it was a couple steps before that killed us. Like we didn't move on. We were still trying to do TV, instead of being innovative and going to the Roku or going to the internet without YouTube.
It took about 3 years for another hip-hop network to launch. So we had our own space. Nobody was even close to what we're doing.
That's what I'm saying. You was in the frontier.
Now there's tons of channels out there.
Course.
Yeah.
But it's all good. Everyone will hope they get theirs, but just do artists right, man. People come to me, artists like, yeah, I'm on this one network and they have like 1 million subscribers. They don't have 1 million subscribers. Look, they have 2 likes on their thing. They launched 6 months ago, and they have 7 videos up. How do they have 1 million some subscribers, man? Come on. You know what I mean? So, like, just be honest with the artists. I mean, it's all promo is good promo for artists, but just be honest with them. That's all.
I have to jump in there. I love when I hear people say, they come in here all the time and tell me, this person's got this person's got this many. I'm like, I do the same as you. Let me look at their social media.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Impossible.
If they had that many, at least a little bit would go to every little branch out that they have, and I love that.
That is 100% his pet peeve.
It's mine too.
I will call people up
with people
because I don't care. Because like with Toxic,
don't lie.
I don't care if a show only has 10 listeners or only has this, or I have some shows that get thousands of listeners. I'm gonna be honest with the show, or I'd rather be honest with every single person. Hey, you've got 2 listeners. What can we do to change that?
Yeah.
Instead of being like, I've seen places like this that'll tell people you've got 100,000 listeners, and I go, but you ain't got no following on social media. They're bullshitting you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So then another thing that I was a part of as a kid, dancing on air.
Yeah.
I was, that's the Channel 17. That was the big thing. Like American. I guess that was the American Bandstand of my day in the 80s. Like you had to get on Dancing on Air and see. And then I say, you had Dancing on Air. You was relaunching the new Dancing on Air. You had Whitney perform. I was like, this guy's doing everything.
Yeah. So what happened was they tried to
Dancing on Air.
What happened was they tried to bring it back in 2012.
Right.
And the show, it didn't look good.
The old one or
the 2012.
What they tried to do.
Yeah, and it was because there's a lot of chefs in the kitchen.
Right.
But Mike is the ultimate owner of the show.
Yeah.
And Christelle and Patty, I met them all, and they came to me for because I'm editing through a friend of mine, Mike Ferrullo.
Okay.
And I kicked it off with them very well. But the thing was, and they gave me like the last episode to edit. They said, listen, we have people looking at us, but a show needs to be stepped up.
Right.
We heard you can edit. So they came to me, and I re-edited the show. The edit was so good that they actually got picked up. So what happened was before, it was just, and there's a lot of talk. I mean, they were bringing some of the old dancers in to be directors and producers.
Right.
Mike was. And Mike's a very nice guy. He was trying to appease a lot of people at the same time, but everyone had different visions. And at the end of the day,
you ain't gonna go forward.
But you have to understand like what works and what doesn't. It's not what you want to do, it's what works.
Right.
And Mike got that. They all got that, but a lot of other people didn't. So what happened was when they hired me to do it, a lot of people had no idea. I was never on the show. The whole crew didn't know who I was.
Right.
Mike fired a lot of the people and brought me on. So a lot of people were angry at me. I had no idea who these people even are. Mm-hmm. But they all split off and did their own shows. They all said we can do this one, and we can do better than Dancing on Air. We can do this, and it's not that. It's the name so legendary, and Mike has a name. And Mike Roy, Mike. Wherever people say Mike is an incredible person, I learned so much working with Mike.
Right.
And we put a long time putting that show together, and we had to deal with Relativity Real, and they do Catfish and a lot of reality shows, so we know what we're getting into when we got into it because they do Catfish.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I was the director of Dancing on Air. They brought me to direct it with co-direct it with Mike, but I did most of the directing. Mike by my side, and Mike was mentoring me how to do it, and his show was incredible. And what happened was, the show aired on Fuse, the reality show aired on Fuse, and they were telling me, Rob, you're making the show too good. We have to make it we have to be able to fit some controversy, but the show came out really good. So a lot of people were angry because everybody wanted to see the new one fail. All the old dancers wanted to see it fail because of that. So they were trashing it left and right. But when it came out and the ratings were pretty decent,
it was fire.
It was like, all right. And the reality show did well. And
I had Cannons and
we had the Cannons.
What's Nita saying? She got kicked off.
She got kicked off.
She was on it?
Yeah, everybody was on it. If you was somebody and you was anybody in Philadelphia.
Again, he kicked off what I heard. He kicked him. I heard he brought him back. I don't know.
You could walk on there with the wrong outfit and they'll roll your ass right back off.
I was never part of the show, so I have no idea.
Yo, they told me, this is a funny story. I went to the dancing line. My first day, I had all gray. This was my favorite outfit. And it was like, damn, you don't have color? We want to put you in the shot, but gray don't show up good on TV. Yeah. So I was like, I got a scarf. He said, okay, go get the scarf. So I go get the scarf, came back, dang, and it was a gray scarf. They was like, roll your ass back up. Come on. Get him off in the States. It was a darker gray. I didn't know. So next time I went on, I got to go on. I came on with with a little more pizzazz. But I was like,
you wore some color that time.
You know, he liked me. I mean, he was like, yo, I like you, man, but you got.
Who doesn't like you?
You got gray on. Yeah, you ain't got nothing with color in it. I was like, yeah, I'm right back. Come on.
Yeah. But it was a stressful. We did it. It took us about 3.5 years.
Yo, they
from
said
the end of 2012 to we launched. We aired in January 2016. I think it was. So it was a lot. It was a lot, and I've been asked to work on reality TV shows since.
We should do one.
I'm done.
Oh,
I'm cool,
He's
man.
done.
Dang.
I'm cool.
I got
man.
this cool reality show called Toxic Radio.
Oh yeah, I'm cool.
It's like WKRP, but it ain't in Cincinnati.
Does it follow the queen around?
Oh Lord.
WKRP with a lot of drinking.
Yeah, that's it. That's all they want to do in reality. You got to have some drinks and let you have the food.
That's
But
it. I learned all the secrets. I worked with them with Relatively Real. I learned all the secrets, man.
Now, did you get into the distribution because of the TV, or was it just like, was that another thing?
So back again.
Look at this guy. This guy, he finds everything.
Oh God, he's gonna put me. All right,
I just seen you.
Look at my yeah. Yeah, like
Look
see,
at
I'm on the right hand side now. Watch, ready? Now I'm on the left hand side.
Mike
Look at that guy.
Mike is amazing.
He got some fancy moves.
Yeah.
He probably, if he had a gray outfit on, he probably would have kept him. Wow, he's doing too much.
All he needs is streamers.
Yeah, he brought them to the show.
Of course he did.
He's getting it. I mean, look at your face. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
And he got nerve to be tired.
Yeah.
So what brought you into the music distribution side?
Back again at Polygram was my first introduction at distribution, but it was physical. It was a whole different game. It was like actually Mondays, my whole job was sitting by a copy machine and making photocopies.
Right.
And then the rest half was stuff in envelopes. Wow. Tuesday, you had to call a record store. It's like a whole different thing.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody
think being in the record label is exciting.
Yeah.
I was on the promotional side.
It's not exciting at all.
I was the flyer. That's why I do so good with the flyers, and I know the promo game down pat. Yeah. But that whole business is boring. Yeah. Everybody, you see so many exciting people, and I know you got all the stars. And be like, no, not really.
You're on your feet all day.
Pretty much boring.
My day consisted of, but I tell you what, I love Polygram. Don't get me wrong. That was probably the best situation. It opened my eyes to everything. I mean, just everything about the music industry I got from at Polygram.
Well, if you go in there for the fame and the fortune, you're going in the music business for the wrong thing. Yeah, but if you go to somewhere like Polygram, even they put you in the mail room, put you on the street team, put you in the A&R, get the education of what's going on in the music business and learn how to get out there and become a Rob Schwartz.
The best part about it was like they would put all the little offices had this little cart. And any new release that they were working on, they would put on the cart for anyone to grab.
Right.
There would be flyers, stickers, CDs, cassette tapes.
Wow.
Not too much vinyl.
Right.
And every day I would go with this book bag. And I would just, during my lunch break, I would just walk around, and I still have everything.
Yeah, that's the only.
That's why I have Jay-Z's first record.
That's what I'm about to say.
I got so much stuff. I still have it all.
Everybody's album.
Yeah, that's why you see my office. All those stickers from back in the day when it was a Polygram.
That's my room look. That's why I like your office so much because it looked like my bedroom back in the day.
Yeah,
I had stickers everywhere, the posters. You get all the free tapes. I just threw away a whole bunch of cassettes.
I kept everything
that I got for free. I mean, I didn't know the CD came. I got
so many crazy promos, white labels,
and it's exciting. When you're young, though, that's an exciting time. Like, you just like.
I remember going to concerts and getting cassettes with 3 songs from unknown artists. One of the ones I got was Pitbull.
And the funny thing, man, I don't know if we missing that. I don't feel the same excitement as a 21 to 25-year-old, 26-year-old Supreme. I feel like an old businessman that can happen to still do the talent, but without the same. Unless we accept releasing the record, rolling out. As you see, when we roll out, when you give us the okay, you give me the link tree, and you give me all the stuff that I need, that's the most exciting and live I feel. But then it's just like, it's in the world now. Somebody go to Spotify. So get my Spotify up or the video out. Go to the video. Go look at the video. Like all the others. I don't know because of the pandemic, but this is even before the pandemic.
Yeah.
Like just the thrill of what we were doing when we were young.
Yeah.
Me, Mark Mills. Oh my God,
so
we
different.
was everything. We was everything.
But here's
in
what it is,
promotion
man.
team.
It's always going to change. Remember, technology makes technology.
Yes.
So it's always going to move quicker and quicker and quicker and quicker. So part of my job is being on top of everything before it happens.
Yeah.
That's another part of that's a whole other job I have to do. So even with the networks and the distribution, everything that I do already, there's a big part of it. Like, all right, I need to shut down and just do some more research. What's coming up next? You know, I speak at other conferences. If I'm not speaking, I go and listen.
Did you ever do Dewey Beach Music Conference?
No, I did not. I do the Winter Music Conference a lot in Miami. I
You did the
DJ
PMC.
Expo. What's that?
PMC, Philadelphia Music Conference.
Is that Brian? Not Brian Cronin's one.
Yeah, well, he had it earlier.
Yeah, I
well,
was
you
there.
didn't have it earlier.
I did the last one before they stopped it. Done that that little strip in Spring Garden.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was there. I was one of the speakers there. I spoke in Tulsa. I spoke in Tampa, Florida. I spoke in South Korea to 50,000 kids about music.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
That's what I liked about the music. I love the music conferences. Because then you can still feel like you the backpack kid again.
Yeah.
And you hustling, you getting everybody your CD.
It's a strategy too, man. People think you just go, but like wherever I go somewhere, I have a mission.
You got to go in it with the mission.
You got to have a plan. You don't just go.
Wartime.
What do I want? If I'm going here.
Shout out to Puffy D, because we would go into these conferences with war. We have our launch.
Yeah.
Launch music conference.
I remember launch.
That joined in Harrisburg.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
Millennium.
Millennium.
Yeah, I love Millennium. Man.
That's what connected us, reconnected us on the level.
I put you on my stage.
Put
you
me on.
You're the only non-Humag distribution.
I wasn't even supposed to be. I done snuck in more music conferences than the law should allow. My first music conference, I found a badge from I don't even know what the band was called. It was like Russian. But I found a badge on the elevator. My man was signed up. I took the badge from the elevator floor, put it on, and I was for the whole weekend.
That's that hustle though.
Yeah, and I made
do what you got to do.
I met David Ivory there. I met a lot of people at that first music conference, and then I've been to music conference. We went in as the sneaking in guy to end up running the hip hop department. Me and Dr. Shot, but. When I met you, it was like, hey man, you knew me. So I knew all your artists. I know they're my peoples.
Yeah.
So, like, you want to perform? I was like, I'm not even supposed to be. Rich was speaking, and I was just hanging, sneaking in again. Recently,
Which was that my panel?
It was your panel, the hip hop panel, and I was like,
that was a dope panel.
That was an awesome.
That was
panel.
the first real hip hop panel they had there.
That got held over.
We had so many people come to the panel.
That got held over. And
everyone was saying that was one of the best panels they've ever been to.
It was one of the. I was in the front, like I said, the man who ain't got an air badge, ain't got no credential. I'm in the front row taking notes. Like I'm actually learning. That's why I met Chrissy Urbano.
This is my people.
And the 418 people. Was it 518?
418.
418.
Gino.
Oh man,
my fam.
And I was like, yo, this is the dopest conference. And then he said, you want to perform? I was like, I don't have my, let me see if I got my music. I don't know if I'm prepared to, yeah, I'll be there. Yeah. and we ripped it. And I was like, this is my man. Just because you don't give out. I mean, I know people try to hold their little clout now.
Yeah.
Like clout.
Let me ask you a question.
Clout is money.
Did I charge you?
No.
I don't charge people to do my shows.
No.
When we did the event, the Omniverse, people are saying we should charge. Did I charge anyone to watch it?
No, I don't even.
That's the thing,
man. We're gonna get into that too, but
okay, yeah. You just I don't do things to hustle people, man. I do it because I purely love it and I respect people, and I think that's how. If more people work like that, the industry would be a better place.
But it go big. But that's the thing. Like are we the ones that's gonna change the hellbound, hellfire music industry to something respectable? Because I don't like charging people and doing all this crazy stuff. People say, "How much it costs to get on your show?" I'll be like, are you interested? Just come on. I ain't got no guests. Come on over. Lord, got to do a little research on you, but come on over. Come on up.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's not even. It's about talent. Like, hopefully, if you're getting money, if you got to charge people, it's because you got to pay for advertisers. You got to pay for advertising. You need advertising to keep this train running. But if you're an up and coming artist and you just need a look.
Yeah.
And like now, all these big time rappers are calling and they like, yo, let me hear what you got. I could put you on my story for about $800. I'm like, I'm not paying no $800 to be on your story. Who are you? No.
Yeah.
But I mean, but that was just a good look, man, that you didn't have to do that. This is your event. Well, you know, this your showcase that you running the whole hip hop joint. Everybody is supposed to be there, is already locked in, and here I come, and you like, you want to come through and perform?
That's what we do.
That's what's up. So from that day on, I was like, Rich, when we put out a new record, we're gonna call him. Yeah. And then we end up calling you, and the rest is history. Yeah. And do you like the distribution business? Is it a headache? Because
I'm going to be honest with you.
Label to me is a headache.
Honest with you.
Label to me is a headache. So I can imagine the people who make the label go to all over the world. It got to be something.
I absolutely love what I do, and I'm going to tell you why. When you worked a 9-to-5 job for 10 years in finance, great money, you know, but it was just miserable all the time. I was a different person. If you met me when I was during that time, I was an angry person because I was surrounded by negative energy all day long.
I feel that.
You know, when I was a supervisor, my staff was underpaid. My bosses above me, everyone was angry all the time. It's like, you ever been to Vegas? Mm-hmm. When you walk outside and that dead heat just hits you in the face.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's how I felt every single day when his elevator doors opened up. When I walked to my office, I just felt negative energy, and I never realized it. I never thought about it.
It's toxic.
And so I removed myself from that environment. So
who would name their company after that shit? But anyway, I guess you try and make toxic something positive too. It's a good.
But here's the thing: like, we get probably 20 to 30 submissions a week.
Jesus.
I don't take most of them. It's not about money. It's not about who you are. Right now, we only take referrals for distribution.
Right.
And the reason why is because I love what I do because I don't want headaches.
Right.
It's not. I still want to love what I do. I talk to every single one of my artists before I sign them.
Right.
I don't want to. I'm not a DistroKid, CD Baby, 2 1/4 pick up everybody.
Mm-hmm.
My brand's been out for 20 years. I launched in 2001. It means a lot to me.
I like being a part of something that's exclusive. Yeah. Like where everybody
and here's the
join
thing.
The club.
This is what I tell people is, you know, I was one of the top guys at a fraternity house when I was in college. I run my distribution like the fraternity house, where basically we're the cool kids on campus. Not everybody can get in, but we throw the coolest parties.
Yep.
Who throws a better party than me?
Nobody.
I throw the coolest parties.
Everybody be there.
Everyone that's
Tango Kid, legendary.
Grandmaster D, Just Ice, Master Ace.
Full
Force, Force MDs.
You go to
Sorry, Nita, I'm his date next time.
You go to Rob Schwartz party, and you see your whole childhood there.
Yeah.
Nucleus.
And guess what? It's sponsored by Hennessy. It's sponsored by Pepsi. It's sponsored by Belvedere. It's sponsored by Bang. All these major sponsors sponsor my events. In my party. And how much does it cost to get in my parties?
Nothing.
How much are the drinks?
Nothing. Well,
we had to buy a cup for $10 because that's support. This is support to get, but everything was free drinks all night. As much free Hennessy all night long, free Belvedere all night long.
How do you get money though? I am a capitalist at the end of the day too.
Listen, man. I'm a very strategic thinker. I spent 10 years in risk management and finance.
I don't want to get in your business.
I'm gonna tell you, it's.
I'm just trying to learn myself. Like, where is the money?
I want to know. Let's hear it.
Okay. My marketing approach is different. I don't pay for advertising. You'll never see a Who Mag distribution ad running, ever. Have you ever seen a Who Mag distribution? No. Have you ever seen one for my TV networks? No. I market in different ways. Like, for example, look at these CDs I put out. How many distribution companies put out physical CDs?
None.
Everyone thought I was crazy. I put out 3 CDs this year. Physical CDs of compilations.
R&B, hip-hop, and
Women's of the World. For Women's History Month, the Women's CD. The strategy was,
I was one.
And I paid for it all. I didn't get any. I could have gotten sponsors to cover the cost. I didn't. I paid for it out of pocket because I know that all these artists are going to share it. If we pick up 1 label deal or 2 label deals, it pretty much covers the cost. And it did. And nobody was doing that. No one's putting CDs out. And people are like, why would you get CDs? No one's listening to them.
Right.
People do. But it's a marketing thing too. My party. I spent money on my party. Cost me some money.
Yeah.
You know, and the Cups wasn't, you know, making that a piece of it, but everybody after that wanted to come on board.
And they come
That's
in.
That's
it.
Everyone's sharing photos. Everyone saw the video. My video of the recap aired on television all over the world. I have so many international artists from Turkey, Dubai, Qatar, Sweden, Switzerland, Czech Republic, all signed to me now because it airs all over the world.
So you do what you do is like throw out the party.
It's a fraternity thing. You want to be the coolest fraternity, you got to throw the best parties.
It's like
everyone's going to come.
It's like a fishing line.
If you're out there trying to promote, you feel like people feel like, oh, these guys are trying to suck me to come over there. I want to go where the cool kids are, and that's how we run our distribution.
So it's like bait.
So you're saying you have artists, like all over the world that signed to you?
I talk to them all the time.
Charting, like
that's why I'm up to 3. I have the #1 artist in the Czech Republic.
Major charting artists.
Wow. Rago's the #1. We just put out a new video. We have 700,000 YouTube views in a week, 2 weeks now.
I need his manager.
We have. Yeah, Rago's the man. I love you, Rago. Appreciate you, man. Rago, he came to me. Now he's like the biggest guy out there. Sponsored by Mercedes, everything. And then we have an artist, Kai. I am Kai. 2.1 billion TikTok views. We picked her up recently, put her whole catalog out. We'll talk to her every day. A lot of cool strategies coming out. But it's all. The thing is, it's like I don't think typical, and that's why I don't pick up everybody. And it could be the coolest person in the world. It's not being disrespectful. They have the best music in the world. Right. But, I like being hands-on with everybody. So there's too many people, we start turning people down. Because it's not about them. It's like, we just can't handle you right now. And I don't want to take away from somebody else.
Yeah,
right.
That's what people like coming over. I'm cool. We have enough. So we have 1,000-something releases now. We got some, right now we have, one of our records is, I think 25 on the Billboard charts this week.
I'm coming.
Yeah, we have a lot of big records about to drop this summer.
And that's on the distribution side. Are you still writing music?
So that's a good question. I actually gave up writing, and I was the Force MDs, one of my favorite.
So you just did one.
Yeah, the Force MDs is one of my favorite groups of all time, and now I actually got to work with them, which is great.
Okay.
So they came to my studio to do an interview. It was Khalil, Stevie D, and Trisco. About 7 months later, Trisco passed away. The Force MDs came back. The two of them came up to me to help them edit a music video about 3 months afterwards. And they're saying, hey, man, we're sitting, I'm editing, we're waiting for things to render. We're talking like, yeah, I wish someone could write a song about death, dealing with death. But no, we asked people, no one could do it. And I said, well, I could write something. They're like, all right, whatever. I said, let me write something. So I called my boy Eric Quee, who me and him used to write a lot of songs back in the day. He used to manage this artist named Santalina. And we would offer music, and it did really well. She was like #1 on everything. I said, Eric, let's write this song. Now I haven't worked with Eric in years. Got back together, we wrote the song. I had this idea, and I don't make it a sad song about the old. I want to make it like inspirational. So I call it Fly With You. And it's kind of like, and it's being sung from the perspective of the person that passed on to push you through. But when you hear it, it sounds like I believe I can fly. It's like a motivational. You don't realize the person's actually dead. You know what I'm saying? And I wrote it because my best friend died around that same time too, my friend David Collins. So I was in this place too. So like the words are so deep and everything was kind of cool. And next thing you know, it was soultracks.com is one of the biggest R&B websites in the world. They nominated us for Song of the Year. It's Grammy considered. It was the video was on everywhere. It was on Music Choice. Did really, really well. But I actually did the video too for that one. And I gave my retirement for music videos. Yeah. For that, except for the Papa Roach one.
Right. Yeah, that did well too, right?
We got like 24 million views.
Wow, that's crazy.
Or more? Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So then we do the Omniverse.
Yes.
Which started out as an argument. Not even an argument. It's just, Judah is real disrespectful.
Yeah, he is.
and he got disrespectful at a party.
Poor Judah.
Yeah, Judah.
That's my man.
So anyway, Judah gets disrespectful. We decide to challenge each other to a versus battle, song for song. And I guess you see it on Facebook.
We're about to drop it, man. We haven't dropped it yet.
No, I'm just saying. Just saying. You see the
that was me.
You see him. You see him saying something about we having the versus battle on Facebook.
Yeah.
And then he like, Rob want to talk to us.
Yeah.
So we go to your office and you say, I can get sponsorship, I can get this, I can get that, I can get Hennessy, I can get, and I was like, and I said, I'm not even trying to do this thing.
Yeah.
Just because it's like, I don't need, hey, there go my baby. Anyway, I ain't trying to do this thing, but I got my other little baby. So I say, all right, boom. Y'all do the work. And I'm here for whatever you need. So we got all this press from Mixed Mafia DJs,
Force MDs.
The Wu-Tang did a lot of Wu-Tang DJs did a lot of press for us. But lo and behold, he says, I got Henny. I got Coca-Cola.
Pepsi. Pepsi.
I said it on TV too. Pepsi. I got Pepsi. So what? You ain't perfect. I'm old. Anyway, you get Pepsi, Bang, C4, which I love C4, and I like Bang. Anyway.
And where did it air? King of the Dot, the biggest hip-hop battle league.
And then we got the King of the Dot, Lush one.
Yeah.
the people that came by, I can't even name them all because you was like, who invited all these people? And I'm like, I swear to God, I invited 3 people.
Yeah,
I invited.
There's still some questions.
I invited like 4 or 5 people. I don't know where none of these people came from, but that place was popping. It was the hottest party in town.
It wasn't even meant to be.
Your office.
Yeah.
And everything went well. We had the verses, but I'm just saying, like you just took that. Two guys having an argument, and you took it to a whole.
Man.
Chris Schwartz is in the building.
Yeah.
Just David O is giving you an awards on the air. Like it was incredible. It was see how
So
smooth.
much fun.
It was a shout out to Lisa B and Kishana K because it was an incredible night. But you made it happen.
Listen, I don't do little things. If we're gonna do it, we do it right, or we don't do it. So it's like if we're gonna do this battle, I gotta bring in Hennessy, I gotta bring in Pepsi, I gotta bring in C4 and Bang. David O was supposed to give me an award last year for my 10-year anniversary of Who Mag Distribution, but because of COVID, it got pushed back. And he told me he still wants to do it, so I said, why don't you come? I'm filming this thing. So he came over, presented me with an award live on Twitch.
Yeah.
Brought King of the Dot, the biggest hip-hop battle league, to air it. And you have two artists based in the Philadelphia area. People don't know outside of Philly too much.
Yeah.
The whole world's watching you guys now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Everything went up.
Yeah.
Numbers went up. Friends went up.
Everything.
Price went up.
There we go.
But it was good. It
20%.
It was
20%.
It was awesome. Remember, you don't charge. We do it for the love, Rob.
Residual income.
We do it for the love. So we did this. So then they want you to do another one.
Yeah.
Like that's what's up. And you.
We already have. I'm not gonna say who it is yet, but we already pretty much have it locked down. But we have a major.
Well, nothing gonna
host.
be bigger than our thing, though. You know?
Wait to see who we have hosting it.
No, I'm sure you're gonna be dope. But the thing about it is, I'm glad that I was a part of the first Omniverse. We named it.
Yep.
That day when we had our meeting, we put it out there. Everything you said that we was gonna do, we did it. Yep. And not only that, my little baby Justice came out there on the end song.
Oh my gosh, she rocked it.
And did Whitney Payton's verse. And mind you, I got to say this. She didn't do it for me. She did it for Whitney. She said she called Whitney and got her permission to do her verse.
That's dope. I love Whitney.
I said, Lord have mercy. This is my song.
Yeah.
But you getting permission from other people to do. All right, but anyway, whatever makes you get out there and do it.
Yeah.
And there she go. Justice Carter. Lil Preem. She did her thing, and that made me I think that's, I got 2 of them, and they both do amazing things. But that was one that I can put on the Proud Daddy moment.
Yeah.
And I see we have a young lady here.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And they just make your heart when they're yours, and they doing great things and doing big things and doing things that maybe you couldn't do at that age. I wouldn't have got out there and did what that girl did at my age, at her age.
Definitely took a lot of guts.
Took a lot of guts, man. Can you introduce the young lady?
This is my daughter. To my left of me, this is Madison Schwartz.
Beautiful.
Say hi.
Hi.
There you go.
Madison's an actress. She's been in a bunch of movies, TV shows, music videos, a few things, and she's been doing her thing, and I'm a pretty proud dad for her.
Now, me personally, I didn't push mine to. My daughter can sing, rap, play the piano. Her mother's incredibly, but she's a teacher. Her passion is teaching, so she didn't go the music business route. So we're not pushing the music business route on the child. Secretly, I'm hoping to have the next Michael Jackson, but she likes veterinarian and animals, so I'm not pushing it. You want to go to college, but I think doing the Omniverse opened up something in her, like
Good.
I can do this, and I'm not shy as I thought I was. I know you say your daughter's shy, but
shy.
It takes a lot to, like. Did you push her in there, or did she say, "Dad, I want to be in this commercial"? And like, come on, let's do it.
It's kind of started where the whole thing started where she came to me one time and she wanted to do the bean, what's it called? Bean
Boozle challenge.
The Bean Boozle challenge. So me and her filmed something in my old office when I was in Cherry Hill, and then what happened was from there, it was good. But I said, you know what? Why don't we get your brother? Because her little brother, she was 7, her brother was 4. So we did that. And they did it, and it was hysterical because, and I hate to say this because it's terrible for a dad to say this, but my son ate one of the barf ones, and he actually threw up on camera.
What was it?
This Bean Boozle. Eat these jelly beans, and they're either good or they're bad. But when they're bad, they're really bad.
Oh, the bad can't. Mike tried to get me to do something like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So and part of me is like, I'm a bad dad
So
for
he
putting this
threw
on.
up though for real.
So so it was, but the way he did it,
that should have went viral.
It kind of did. I mean, the way he did
You
it,
put it
though,
on YouTube?
But the way he did, he was laughing the whole time. So it wasn't like and that was the thing. And that was I chopped out the little piece. But yeah, it's there you go.
I had flashbacks. So Mike is vicious.
So then what happened next?
Yeah.
Then what happened next was this is before the whole opening toys things really happened. I went to a licensing conference in Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
And I met the head of all of our favorite toy companies, like Moose Toys, because she was in the Shopkins, and all these different companies of all these people. So next thing you know is I said, oh yeah, my kids have a YouTube channel. They're like, oh, we're trying to get some kids to open our toys. This is before the whole thing happened. So next thing you know, we had all the toys before they came out. Packages were coming from Australia.
You know how to get that market.
Right.
And you did that on YouTube, like
yeah,
like that was her thing.
So we
she
did
opened
it,
the toys,
and then right away we got signed. She got signed by Hoopla Kids, which is one of the biggest kids companies out. Signed her and my son right away. And next thing you know, they got big, and it was a lot of work for free toys. So I was like, we took it to the next step. So I work on movies.
Mm-hmm.
So I was doing this movie called Worthless with Tara Reid and Clinton, I forget his name, guy from The Blind Side. And
the big guy?
Yeah. So they asked me if there was a scene, they needed a girl, and I said, oh, I got a daughter. So I grabbed her out of school. Weren't you in school or something? I think I grabbed her out of school to do this. And
you going to the movie thing?
And she played Tara Reid's best friend's daughter. She had a whole speaking line, everything. She killed it. And then from there, it's like I started plugging her to movies to the point where all my people are just calling me up. She's getting calls to be in the movies before they hire me to be on it. That's what happened with Finding Christmas and this new one. I'm not gonna say what it's called because we're not allowed to say the name, but they were calling for her. Like, yeah, I want Madison in this movie.
And she got the IMDb.
Yeah, she's number 66,000 this week, which is really, really high.
I got one thing.
Fantastic.
I got one thing. I got one credit on IMDb.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't even know the name of the movie I was on. I've been in like 8 movies. I get one John on IMDb. And I'm like, yo, Shorty got it. I was like, Shorty got her own IMDb page. I was like, I need to get with these managers though.
Yeah.
I've been lunching on myself, man. But one thing I do know is music business, and I'm like, if Justice ever want to do music, you would definitely be in the video, and Justice would definitely be rapping, and Libby can write the script, because my other daughter's an amazing writer. She can write a story that make you cry your eyes out. But I'm just so proud of these kids, man, because it's just, we leaving a legacy, brother. We leaving a legacy.
Are you her manager?
So she actually, I just signed her to a major agent who does a lot of Disney and Nickelodeon stuff.
Fantastic.
So it's a major one. It's hard to get with her, but we got hooked up with her. So we just signed up with her about a month and a half ago. Yeah. And she's been taking acting classes through them.
Good.
But they do all the big movies. So
very cool.
And go all the way until you don't want to do it no more. I mean, you want to go to the end and become Oscar winner, Meryl Streep. Go for it and start from now and find out the right way. You got your dad protecting you. You got your agencies right. You ain't out here with all the hustlers and the hustlers and the no gooders. So you're on the right path. And you're so adorable, man. I wish you nothing but the best. I think you're gonna be fine. As long as you keep it in as long as you want to do it, you're gonna do well. You're gonna do really well.
I learned from the production side. Like, I hate it when parents come with their kids.
Yeah,
and they're always over the shoulder.
The momagers and the dadagers.
I know exactly when to pull back to make her stand on her own. So I'm not like, God, this guy's still here over her shoulder. They all know me anyway. But
the dadager.
And that's why I kind of sometimes I try to leave her a little bit just because I know, and they love her.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Awesome. And now I see you doing a little acting too now, right?
I'm a terrible actor.
No, I'm saying you got a couple parts. I mean, I guess you know.
So let me tell you,
I shoot the movie. I'm gonna do the part.
Yeah, I can't see the name of the movie.
That's all good.
But I was just acting in the movie 2 weeks ago.
I'm just going by what you say on your Instagram. Like, I'm not gonna tell no secrets, but. Is she rubbing off on you, or you rubbing off?
Well, here's the thing, like, and the thing is, I
you
love
want to be an actor.
I don't want to be an actor. I love to produce. I love to direct. I love to work on movies. I'm a terrible actor. I was told with the Tara Reid movie, they wanted me to play Tara Reid's fiance, And I told my friend, listen, I'm a terrible actor. He's like, no, you'll be fine. I got you Tara Reid's fiance. It's the whole thing with Tara Reid. I'm like, dude, I don't want to do it. He's like, no, you need to do it. I'm like, fine. So I did it. It was terrible.
It was
And
bad.
they ended up cutting my scene. I still got the credit. It says deleted scenes. But it was like they gave me all this thing to memorize the day of.
I think you messed yourself up before you got started.
I'm just not a good actor.
You should be like, I am going to kill this. I'm going to kill this.
Yeah.
Madison, come in here and run these lines with me because Daddy going to kill it.
You know what it was? I had to wear a suit.
Yeah,
and I worked in Wall Street.
Killed you right there.
I was always a dressed up guy until I didn't have to be. And that's why I never dress up anymore because I did it for 10 years. I dress how I want to dress now.
I said, as long as I'm in hip hop,
yeah,
I'm going to be like Russell Simmons.
Yeah.
Russell Simmons don't wear nothing but sneakers and the sweatsuits or whatever he want. He'll never wear a tuxedo or a suit. He didn't even wear one at his own wedding.
I went to the Grammys party. That's about it.
If I get a Grammy, I'd get fly. I don't mind getting fly.
Yeah.
If I want to get fly, I don't want to get fly because that's your dress code. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, if you want me to be how I work, this is how I work: sweatsuit, sneakers, and a hat. So I don't know, man. Did we? Hold on, Laura. You got any questions?
What? Oh, Laura's got a question. She has a whole.
She got this. She got this. We got this segment called "Get Your Life Changed." The interview be over, right?
That's not true.
And then Laura be like,
"Stop."
Do you know who your real father is?
Oh my God.
I'm just saying we call her the Oprah.
Oh my God!
Of the show.
No, we don't.
Because she be serious. Laura's questions be like, I be like, damn, I ain't think of that.
Oh my God!
She must have went to journalist school or something. But go ahead,
God,
Laura.
You're embarrassing me.
No,
Stop.
man, but that's the thing, though. Your questions is the thing. You be like, at the end of the show, every time, it'd be like this. Wow. The guests be like, I gotta call my father.
Stop. It's not that serious. Supreme likes to handle the music stuff. I like to look for other things.
She go deep.
I don't go deep.
Okay.
I look for different.
Okay.
Because that's what I like to do.
That's what makes this show a success. Because it ain't all no fun and games. We got
know.
Laura in there to punch you in the mouth.
I know about all that. But I did see a segment online that said that you like to raise money for the ASPCA. Mm-hmm. What kind of pets do you have?
I have two. Well, I had two Westies. I have one Westie. So we did when the Michael Vick thing happened, we did something to help with the dogs because I always had a dog.
Okay.
As a kid, I had a dog. So, I do a lot of charity things. I try to help out. Like even when I went to South Korea, I spoke to 50,000 kids about music, about hip hop music. It was crazy because it was at the world's largest World Peace Conference, but it was our little hip hop section. And it was presidents, prime ministers, governors from all over the world, and it was us. We represented hip hop music, but it was for a great cause, and it was life changing. But we do a lot of stuff. Whenever we do charity, I try to help out.
Okay, very cool. What's your dog's name?
What's our dog's name?
Holly.
Polly?
Should have said
Holly.
Holly.
You should have said Yoda. You'd have stole her.
Like a holly berry.
Anybody named Holly in Star Wars?
No. Okay.
Anything Star Wars, that's another way to get her heart.
That is.
Now, if you'd have said the dog name was Yoda, she'd have took you to dinner.
I am a big nerd. That is true.
That's why she liked the devil, Judah Priest.
The Mandalorian's our show we watch together.
Good.
Yeah.
Very cool.
They
I
do
still
something
haven't started
with Star
season
Wars.
2.
That's why she
mom
liked.
life.
That's why she liked the devil, Judah Priest, because he's a Star Wars. He a nerd too.
Well,
I love that guy. We got a big show coming up on July 2nd that we got you as a sponsor because you are actually both of our distributor. Yep. And I hope you can make it. I know you got to do your thing, but I know you're going to be there. You like me. You like, yo, if I got to step my foot in the door at the last second of the last song or I was in the building. Yeah. So either way, you deserve to be on there as a sponsor. July 2nd, Milk Boy presents Supreme the Resurrectors Trilogy. You on there too, Mike.
yeah, we work.
And I just put the people that are most important to my life and career right now, and you are definitely a big part of it. Toxic Radio, of course, Letter Apparel, the NNN Management Kids, and like I said, guys, I can't stop calling them kids. There's a lot of people, and Milk Boy, of course, and Rich Walcom Music Group, but we're having a big concert celebrating Swing for the Fences, which you distributed. Like this one, we started our adventure with the Milk Boy thing because we knew that was going to be big, and we knew Paper Chase we didn't know that was gonna be as big. It took off.
And you left the cup in my office.
I know. I was gonna say, I should have told.
This
is what I want.
Just at my office.
This is what I meant to tell you. I meant to tell you. I will. I'm gonna go get my. I meant to tell you. I need some more C4 because I gotta stay up at my. I gotta stay up at my day job. Yeah. And them C4s work, and I had so much C4 because I got the Henny on my little brown gold Hennessy. My gold bottle is still. It probably I don't know when it'll be open because I don't drink, but it's cool to look at. You know what I'm saying? But
it's a limited edition. Don't open it.
Yeah, I know. It's not even on the market, right?
You can't buy them. No.
Yeah, exactly. So my
you
thing.
keep that as
only thing I didn't do that
trophy.
everybody else did. Everybody got theirs signed by each other.
Yeah.
I didn't get mine signed. I was like, y'all ain't messing up my bottle. But anyway, yeah, so after this, I'll go by and get, we ride by and get, y'all right up the street. I go get my cup. Because I was like, damn. And then I didn't even do what I said I was going to do. I was going to whip his ass all night long drinking C4 out of my paper chase cup.
Yep. Yeah.
But I whipped ass without the cup. Shout out to Leather Paramount and all that. But yeah, these are, this is big, man. Yeah. I mean, I can't even explain it. So hopefully we bring that same type of bigness because just like you do dope things, I do dope things. We coming outside. So July 2nd at Milk Boy, 11 with Chestnut. We throwing a release party for Swing for the Fences, Paper Chase, and a new one that's not out yet that's going to be released the night of the party. And we're going to get with you 2 weeks before, or we're going to get with you way before that. Like we're going to get with you. Yeah, we're going to get with you in June. Okay. As soon as they get the mix and master, we're going to get with you in June so we can have that July 2nd release. And we're gonna do our new thing. Release the video 3 weeks later.
There we go.
But
I need that early though.
We actually we got you, but we shooting the video at the show.
Okay.
So that's gonna be the shoot of the video, and it's gonna be a mess. Right. It's gonna be dope. So July 2nd, Milk Boy. Everybody, please come out. It's only $10. Come on out. You ain't been out in a long time. Get your vaccinations. If you want to wear your mask, wear your mask. But the world is open up, and they gave me the first date of the opening, which is July 2nd, and it's on Independence Day weekend. So I'm just trying to follow your footsteps and do dope shit, as you say.
Do dope things.
Do dope things, as you say. And hopefully that'll be dope. And please come back next week. We got a lineup this coming next few weeks that's going to be nuts. So stay tuned, man. Thank you, Rob Schwartz.
Thanks for having me.
And Lil Schwartz. Lil Schwartz, you gotta meet Lil Preem. Y'all look. Let me see if y'all can do a song together. But that's it for this week. Thank y'all so much for coming out and having a good time with us. Laura, as always, thanks for the pet question.
You wanna talk about